No!
Is it okay that it's crooked?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Crooked like Hillary.
The alternative was put it up there, and then it was like, it cut this whole wall on top of our heads, and it was kind of a bad angle. So I think this is better. It isn't my opinion anyway.
Watching the game.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Opposite Field Outlook. I'm Jack. This is Andrew. That's Neil. Andrew, how are you doing today? Don't give us a robot answer like last time.
Good.
I'm doing great, guys.
Good. Next.
Okay, Neil, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good, just watching my Dodgers. That's pretty much it.
How's Andrew Heaney doing today?
He started off great.
All right. And
You know,
he's
about to walk someone and load the
bases
bases.
loaded.
But we're in the fifth, so maybe it's about that time
No.
to get the bullpen going.
Dude,
I think
we
it's
gotta
about
hit.
With the shortened spring training, I think the fifth inning is about the right.
Gratterall's getting ready.
Okay, good.
Let's
Oh,
talk
Anyway.
about our adjusted
Off topic.
predictions. Last two episodes we predicted, and then we had a very, very active offseason. A lot of signings, a lot of trades.
Change some things.
The A's sold all their players, so a lot of teams are really good, and the A's are really bad now.
Yeah, things got
Yep.
flipped on their head a little bit in some divisions.
Let's talk about American League right now. I think we should do that
Fancy.
first.
See, I have less knowledge about this league, so don't take anything I say seriously.
I have a good amount. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't watch this league.
you guys aren't
Double
AL
play.
kind of people.
What are you
Double
doing?
play.
Get it? No! Oh my
Just cut that out.
Who
That's
threw
too-
that? Who threw that?
That was Trey Turner.
Oh my
Or Gavin
dude!
Lux.
You can leave Trey Turner. We don't want you
It's
anymore.
either Trey Turner or Gavin. It was Trey Turner.
All I'm saying is
Oh, did he
Rendon
get the
turned
out? He didn't get the
perfect.
out.
No, he like held it.
Oh
You know when
my!
you make a football catch and you just lay it on the ground? That's what he did with the baseball to shortstop.
And then he
was
chucks
like,
it up 15
and then he's like,
feet in the air. What are you doing?
Okay,
God.
I need you guys to like
Sorry.
not go. No.
Sorry,
No,
it was
dude,
bad.
Jack,
It was bad.
Jack, this is important, okay?
Oh, that was atrocious.
It
That
was.
was horrendous.
It was terrible.
Yeah,
that
that's-
was horrendous.
We did have pretty bad defense last year, but this is like.
Dude, what is it?
Did they score a run on
Yes,
that?
he
Yeah,
scored
they
a
did.
run.
That's tough. At
Anyway,
least it's not
ignore
a
that.
It's fine.
Cut that out.
We're better than the
Okay.
Eagles.
We're back.
Back to AO power rankings. I have the Jays at number 1.
Yep.
Power rankings.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit on this one.
I am too. It's hard not to. Wait. Never
After
mind.
their spring training and their series against the Rangers, where their pitchers just big fluke, and they still just like crushed them with the offense. It's hard not to have a lot of faith in the Blue Jays. A lot of teams like the Dodgers right now, they have like a good lineup, but they kind of struggle to produce in the
It's
moment.
fine.
Yeah, it's on
It's
paper,
fine.
but
on paper, but
paper means nothing.
Blue Jays went out there and they scored like 80 runs.
Yeah.
So
But it's
Yeah,
the Rangers. so.
They're proving themselves more than the Dodgers are, at least in spring training. And I mean, I guess you could say the defect is the pitching, but I think they've made up for what they need to get by. And kind of Chiefs method, just have good offense, defense is moderate, and get by.
do you
Look,
guys have the Rays
so-
up there?
I have the Rays number 1. I'm only keeping them because they always find ways to win.
The Rays do
Until proven otherwise, I need to see the series between the Rays and the Blue Jays. After that, if the Blue Jays like destroy them, which they probably will, I'll put the Blue Jays over 1. Rays and Blue Jays are like really cutthroat though. They're tight.
Yep, I was thinking that they were going to be
Mm.
at it even before the lockout. I was thinking that those two were going to be the ones duking it
Ooh.
out towards the end. And I think it's going to come down to a matter of a few games to win that division.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be competitive.
It's the AL
Yeah.
East. They're
Yep.
the Yankees, Red Sox. It's all they're all way up there.
So, yeah, power rankings, Blue Jays.
Yep.
Drinking the
I have
Kool-Aid.
Jays and then Rays, and then I have the Astros.
Same. One of them at 3.
Hurts
This is
me
where
a
my
little
hot
bit.
take comes in. But
Ooh.
you guys, I tell you, explain your piece.
So,
It's probably the most.
I mean, the Astros. I think it's the last 4 years they've been in the ALCS. 4 or
Yeah,
5.
4. I think
at least since 2017.
the last 3 or 4 years they've been in the World Series too.
So,
So,
the last
yeah.
5 years,
They always find ways to win.
the ALCS.
Doesn't matter.
If you want to go to the World Series, you have to go through Houston first. And I think that the Astros collapse will be slow. I mean, you see their players leaving
Yeah.
piece by piece.
Yep.
So I think that their fall from greatness. Like maybe this year they won't win the ALCS, but they'll still be
still
a
make the
top tier
playoffs,
team.
yeah.
They'll still make the playoffs.
The
And then next year they'll be a wild card team, and then the next year they just won't
It's
make
tough.
it, or whatever we want to.
it's going to be the decline of the absolute tank, followed by these prospects coming up. I think
Yeah.
the time of the prospects the clock has run out.
You think they
And
pull
they're gonna
another
slow
Philadelphia 76ers, trade everyone, tank for 5 years, and then do the entire cycle all
That's
over
what
again?
they did.
They
They
Yeah,
might
they
did
did
that.
again.
And that's what the A's do.
That's
just
what the
not
A's
as
are.
successful.
Yeah.
But
They're playing.
They also don't have a budget, so
Yeah.
yeah, they do it with less money, which is why.
Yeah,
Let's
dude,
hear your number
whatever
3.
works.
Okay, the hottest take you'll hear. We're all talking about how the Astros are going to have a slow decline
Yeah.
and fall off the cliff. I'm just gonna jump the ship and say no. This is the year it just falls apart.
It just collapses.
Even though they're still there.
Even though they absolutely
Fair.
whooped the Angels.
Yeah.
Fair. I don't have the Angels above them for a reason. I don't think the Angels are quite ready. But I think this is the year that the Astros can't quite
Yeah.
make a firm postseason push. They always make a firm postseason push where they're dangerous. You know, every
Yeah.
team is preparing for the Astros. That's
Mhm.
the AL team that everyone's preparing for. I think this is the year they're not as scary. This is the year where they're going to be there, but they're not going to be as terrifying. And, you know, like the Dodgers, like, if you want to win the NL, you got to be the Dodgers. That's literally how it is. Like,
Yeah.
do you want to
maybe
make
not
a postseason?
maybe
Oh,
not
it's the
this
Dodgers.
year, but as of now.
We'll
But-
talk about that when the
yeah.
NL comes. But I
Alright.
think this is the year they fall down, and I'm really excited for the Mariners. I want them to be so good, and especially after last year,
Everyone does.
I'm drinking the Mariners Kool-Aid, and I'm rooting for them so much. I want them to be so good because they're so exciting, and I want to
Sure.
see
Yeah.
good things out of them. So that's why I have Mariners at 3. I think they're gonna put on a show. I think they're especially with
Julio.
J-Rod.
Yeah.
That's fair.
J-Rod is top 3 prospect. I think he's gonna put up some magical numbers. J-Rod showtime is coming.
The Mariners have gotten into this cycle of, oh yeah, we have this bad year, oh, we're sneaky, and then, oh, this is oh, no, it's not. That's always been their cycle. I gotta see it to believe it, but the Mariners have a lot of potential. Boom or bust.
Thing here that I see is they haven't made a ton of moves.
Mhm.
They're mostly
Yeah.
the same team that
But
they
they
were
did
last
get
year.
Robbie Ray.
They were
pitching
one
now.
game out of a wild card spot,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and then they bought Robbie Ray. That could be the move that saves
Yeah.
them.
I think that
We'll see.
they develop experience with their players. They get Robbie Ray. They get top prospects coming up. They stop hiding people like 2020 when I don't even know who was running the Mariners
Yeah,
at the
that
time,
was
but he basically just
atrocious.
exposed
Oh
how
my-
they're
yeah.
not trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I think
yeah,
That guy
Yeah.
left, yeah.
as soon as he left, that team was almost a wild card team.
Yeah.
Because they're trying. And now this year with them actually buying players, I think this is the year they put it all together and figure it out. Whereas I think the Astros are kind of on the decline, and I think they stumble.
Let's talk number 4. I have the Chicago White
Same.
Sox. We're talking in terms of
Did
wins
we
here.
copy like lists basically?
I think we're all similar. I
think
just
we
had
did.
I was higher on the Mariners.
I think there's a
That's
general consensus
Yeah.
on which teams will be good.
Yep.
The only problem that I see with the White Sox, they could have a monumental collapse. I mean, Lance Lynn is out, and
They
Lucas
had-
Giolito is
Till-
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
Lance
also
is not
missing-
till May.
So they're also missing Crochet,
Knee
who's one
surgery.
of their top relievers.
They gave
So
True.
very optimistic return times. They say, well, we're optimistic that Lucas Giolito
Yeah.
will return after he misses
Who's
2
their-
starts.
Exactly.
But I don't know. Sometimes baseball teams are a little. They say, oh, Mike Trout will only be gone 2 weeks, and then it's a season-ending
2
injury.
weeks. Another month. Give it another few
So,
weeks.
I'm a
The
little-
Trevor-
They get the
Give
Trevor
it till
Bauer.
next season.
Trevor Bauer treatment.
Trevor Bauer with
Yeah,
his
keeps going.
appeals.
Administrative.
Who's their number one? Who's the White Sox number one pitcher?
I would say Giolito or
No, like right now.
Right now?
Oh, right
I'm
now
not sure.
they got nothing left.
They don't have a lot left in the starting.
Yeah,
I think-
their top pitcher right now is probably their 5th
Yeah.
on a regular day, on a good day.
I have Cease in fantasy, so he's pretty good.
Cease is pretty
He's
good.
pretty good.
I have
See,
these
he's a-
names, but
Oh, did Giolito get hurt the first game?
he,
Oh, that's why.
Jack would know.
he came out early. He came out.
Okay, that's all
I
right.
think he pitched 5
Yeah, Cease is the number one.
shutout, and then he's like,
Mhm.
my
So-
abs. And then
I'm high on the White Sox.
They
made it last year.
They have.
The only thing that was
Yeah.
stopping them is the Astros, and I think with my
Astros
prediction
are
of the
falling
Astros
down
being on
a
the
little bit.
decline, I think that they're going to be more competitive. Astros definitely put a whoop down on them, so I think that they might still topple them, but I think it's going to be a fight. It's definitely going to be
fight.
a good series if we see those two together.
I have the White Sox in my World Series prediction.
You do.
Go check the
okay.
Twitter.
All
It's
right.
on the Twitter already. It's out there.
Trying to do a Trevor Blue.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm praying to God that I'm right.
They just gotta be healthy.
Win millions of dollars. Right after them, I have the Mariners, and you'll kind of sum that up.
Yeah.
After them, I have the Yankees.
I have that same order too.
I do not.
Literally the
Yankees
same
there,
exact.
But
order.
continue.
Yankees are a big question mark team for me right now. I think I have them at the ceiling right now because they look pretty good based off the players that I've seen in their past seasons.
Yep. Fair.
But people are getting old, and there's some guys that it's just why didn't you trade them or
Yeah,
why
right.
didn't you let them go to free agency?
Also, Judge might leave soon.
Yeah,
He-
This is Judge's last
Last
season
year,
before he
offered-
goes to free
He
agency,
said no.
and the Yankees
Said no.
do not
It
want to
was
pay him what he
7
wants.
years, $230 million,
7 years, 230.
and he wants more. So
I can see
I
why.
respect
And that's
it.
fair
yeah.
enough. I mean, that man.
When
in my
healthy,
opinion,
is a
that
top
man
five
won
player.
an MVP in 2017, and the only thing that was holding back was injury, and he's making a case that that was just injury. It wasn't his life, and I think that he's making a case that he's going to continue to do MVP seasons.
As long as he's healthy.
Exactly.
He's had
He's just got to make a
major
case for
injuries every single
his appearance on the field. If he
year.
can
Yeah.
prove that he's going to be there every day.
Mm.
And
he
he
deserves-
has been for a little while.
Exactly. He's making the case for it. So I think he deserves more than what they're giving him.
A lot of Yankees fans are questionable about Kiner Falefa. They're not really sure why he came over in
Fair
that
enough.
deal, like why he was a bargaining
And I
chip.
think that's
He's a
the Yankees'
solid shortstop.
spoiled mentality of we want the big names.
I think that's
Which is a
part of
little
it.
bit of the Dodgers, but with the
The
the smarter move. You know, we're gonna sign the players that actually we need. Whereas the Yankees are just used to signing big names and they don't look into it. I think that's why they're upset, even though Falefa can still add to the team. in a good
He's
way.
sneaky underrated. Like, he's not the biggest name, but he's a good defensive player. It's fine. The Yankees are like the Lakers. They always want to sign these big names, but they're
Exactly.
not always the best. Lakers and Knicks, too. So,
And Garrett
Gotta
Cole,
love
he's a
it.
question mark for me still. I know that he's good, but he was the ace. And we all know what happened. Sticky stuff got banned. And he's still good. He just hasn't been...
valid.
Every single start hasn't been
Yeah.
0 earned runs,
Exactly.
8 innings pitched since sticky stuff was banned.
And I think that he can make the adjustment. That's an argument I'm stating for him still
He
being as
probably
elite.
will be
Is I
able
think
to.
that was mid-season. He didn't get a second to catch his breath and be like, okay, what's the best way to still be dominant without it? I think with an off season, not being able to talk to the Yankees was probably a little not fun. But now that he's with the team and actually able to communicate, I think they're gonna work with him and find a way to still be dominant without it.
Josh Donaldson
Okay.
Take the rest of it.
is on the Yankees.
He is a Yankee.
Garrett
with
Cole
pinstripes.
is on the Yankees.
Yeah.
They have a history of not liking
Yeah,
each other
right.
very much.
Funny how that worked out, right?
Do you think they've
They
spoken?
squashed it.
Do you think the front office spoke to the players about it and they're like, hey, will you guys
Probably-
fight all the time if we
No.
bring it over?
Probably
knowing-
not. I don't
Does the
think so.
front office care?
Knowing the
Yeah.
Yankees,
There's a
they didn't
clubhouse
say
dynamic?
anything.
I
I
don't
bet
think
they
so.
privately
Yeah.
tried to put it past them because they both realized that winning is more important than whatever.
They're both super competitive players,
Exactly.
so they might just get
So
over
I
it.
think they had a private talk, just getting over it, but it wasn't a big deal to them.
Maybe the GM sat them down and we're talking bonuses. No fights in the
Probably.
clubhouse.
Yeah.
$8 million for both of you.
They shut their
mouths.
Next on the list, I have the Angels. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim of California.
Okay.
Of Earth.
I really...
Solar system. Milky Way.
The Milky Way galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Angels fan. I like what the Angels are doing right now. Syndergaard came out. He pitched 6 innings.
I love
Looked
Syndergaard.
phenomenal. Lorenzen, 6 innings, no earned runs. I think he gave up 2 hits. Really impressive start from Lorenzen. Way better than I thought he was going to be in his first start with the Angels.
I love Lorenzo.
Shohei Ohtani.
Mm.
This guy was blown away the other day.
Yeah.
I had a big, long debate in the
not
DMs,
think.
and he was saying Shohei Ohtani is a fake pitcher.
Okay. And then you do that opening day, you shut me up. So,
Okay, when Shohei
You're
gives
right.
Altuve the hat trick, I think you have to start considering him as a
Yeah.
starter.
yeah.
He's really good. really enjoyed watching him pitch in person. That was really
Yeah,
fun.
9 strikeouts. I mean, it's quality. You're getting quality and repetition, and with Syndergaard, that wasn't even his best stuff. I could tell he wasn't on his
Yeah.
A game, and he still dominated the Astros, which, in my opinion, is a powerful team.
The Astros are really
Has
scary.
Otani been injured a lot? I don't think he has, right?
Nope.
So
he
yeah, if he's
got
not,
Tommy John in 2019.
but that was when he was like first coming.
And then he
over,
had
so.
like
Yeah,
one or
like-
two relief appearances in 2020, and he absolutely choked. And his ERA for that season was like 35
18,
or
right.
something like that. But since 2021 started, he's been pretty solid. ERA just over 3, I believe.
I'm high on the Angels.
I love the Angels.
They're one of those teams that I have shaking up that division. Obviously, I can't see them quite getting over the Astros
They
because
won't.
I do think they're going to fall, but I don't think they're going to fall by that much. They
I
still
can see
have
the
physical
Angels-
players.
Yeah.
I can see them being above 500.
I can see the Angels getting
I can see a wild
Houston in a playoff appearance. Like if
Mm.
both teams end up in the playoffs,
I could see that.
I
I
could
could
see
see
the Angels taking the series
I
from
could see
the
the
Astros.
Angels
They-
coming
yeah.
over a wild card and meeting the Astros.
Definitely.
Their lineup is
If it all comes to plan,
terrifying.
of course.
It is.
Their lineup is terrifying, except Joe Adele.
There's not much you could want different.
Joe Adele hit a home run the other night, but he's
Yeah.
kind of just looked lost at the plate these
I think
last
he's-
couple of
He's a
games.
good defensive player,
I
though.
think he looks like that
He's-
a lot of the time.
He's there for that.
I've watched a few Angels games. That's what I've been
The
doing.
ones that
I've
I've
been watching
seen,
Angels
He's
games.
alright.
You know, those-
Every fly ball that's been hit to Joe Adele, he started the wrong way,
you
let the
Yeah.
ball fall.
know those players that can make good plays,
It's Joe Adele.
but
They
they
die
seem
for
to
it,
always
yeah.
mess up the easy ones,
Yeah.
like
There
Tatis.
you go.
It's like that.
Tatis.
They're a great glove, but they sometimes don't seem to get it done for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I think that's
Valid.
a bit of and that just takes experience. These are both players we're
He's
talking
like
about are young.
he's like 24,
just-
I think.
Exactly. They need to get reps.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think once Joe Adele gets higher, he's going to be probably an amazing like Gold Glove level left fielder.
I would just hope that he can step up offensively, and then we would have a very scary lineup.
Yeah.
I think it banks on Rendon. If
The only
Rendon can
thing
come
that-
back healthy, this team is. Wild
Rendon
card.
hit a home run today. 2-run home run. Brought us a lead.
I noticed that.
Marlins
Of course, I
are.
noticed that.
I want to check
I
the score of the
appreciated
game
those
right
points
now.
from him.
The only thing that's holding me back from the Angels right now is their pitching. I don't think it's the same.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
I have the Red Sox in front of them, but I just need to see consistency. Like, let's say, like 2 months. If they're consistent from here on out, then they'll be ahead.
Mhm.
But
Fair enough.
usually isn't the case for the Angels. They always find ways to
Angels find
stumble over
ways
themselves,
to.
but we'll see.
Yeah.
I see that with the Astros pitching the most. You don't even know who they are, and yet they somehow seem
They always
to get
find
it
guys.
done every time. And you're like, who are you? And they put out a great outing every time.
Astros pitching is
So-
different, but though.
I vote we kind of gloss over the rest of the teams because we're running.
Doesn't matter.
We're
Right,
running
I mean,
up on 20
I
minutes.
put the Twins up there. I think they're going to be able to do something with that lineup if they're above 500. They might sell completely, though, if
I have
that is not.
The Tigers
case
are
by
a
the
sleeper
deadline.
pick too.
I
Look out
have,
for the Tigers.
I have Red Sox, Tigers, Rangers, Guardians, Royals, Twins,
Why not
A's,
Tigers?
and Orioles in that order.
Should've
There
been-
you
the
go.
Angels.
Yeah, should have
Yeah.
made that change. So I basically have what you guys have. I just put the Mariners a little higher, and I devalue the Yankees. Pretty much what I
Fair.
did.
Fair enough.
I think that the Yankees have a good chance of hitting their ceiling, but if they don't, it could be positively disastrous for them. Let's move on to the NL, the National League.
Yes.
I have
Favorite
Dodgers
Yup.
top,
Mm-hmm.
easy.
No way.
Yeah, right.
There's not much. that
Opening
needs-
series
I got the
messed it up.
Cubs.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Rockies, Cubs, and then we got the D-backs because they won that one game.
Followed by the
Yeah.
Pirates.
And then the Pirates.
Yeah, top one Dodgers. I mean, they're basically like if the Rays and the Yankees had a baby. Like they know analytics, they
That's a good
know
one.
who to sign.
Yeah.
That's one way to
Uh,
put it. Yeah.
It's pretty much a great way to put it. Am I not right? Like they'll sign the big names, but they'll also
Yeah.
they have the
Develop.
top farm
They
system.
develop.
Like the top
How
farm
is
system.
how is that possible? They have like one of the top farm systems and they have the top payroll.
It's I
That
think it's
makes
almost
no
illegal to have
sense,
Walker
yes.
Buehler
Yeah, right.
and Bobby Miller in the minor leagues at
right,
the same
dude?
time. Like
yeah.
they know what they're doing. It's literally like the dream club to be in. Like all the players
They're
are probably
playing
talking about.
diamonds.
Like, wow,
They're
look at the
playing
Dodgers.
Yeah.
And that used to be the
Diamond
Yankees,
Dynasty.
but I think the Dodgers have come up as like the perfect child in the family of baseball.
The big question is, will Dave Roberts throw it in the trash?
That's
Do you
the
think
question.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen 2018 World Series, absolute dog fire. We had kind of in the bag, and then he puts out Ryan Madsen for 3-4 innings. Garbage pitcher. What are you doing? Who else do you have? You started Rich Hill in the World Series. Rich Hill, are you kidding me? Granted, he was 36 or whatever, but he shouldn't be starting the World Series. Garbage managing. Oh, 2019. Oh, how can I forget that? There's so many examples of that. I don't know. Bullpen matters in the playoffs.
I get that he's choked a lot of important moments.
He's good for
in
the
postseason.
He's good for
the regular season.
Yeah.
The only thing I see is that he is probably one of the best managers out there. Like think about it. If you don't like Dave Roberts, who else are you gonna get?
Yeah, right.
I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have than Dave Roberts.
That's fair.
And I think that's the reason why I'm high on him is because there's no one who manages a game as well as he does. And yes, he might choke in some moments, but I think overall you're getting an amazing package of a man who knows how to put the team together and put the players in the spots where they're going to perform the best. And I think over time he's definitely learned what to do and where to put players. I think definitely in like 2017 he didn't know who to put in that bullpen.
Yeah, right.
And I think he's learning over time, like, okay, these are these players in these roles. This is my setup player. These are my middle reliefs. And I've noticed over time that he's putting in. I think everyone criticizes him is for that bullpen. He just mismanages it. Everything else he does fine. And I think over time he's realized who to put in at certain moments. So.
He's also great for the locker room. Like, I think he's the number one locker room guy.
That's fair.
Everyone loves Doc.
Yep.
So, yeah, Dodgers on top. They just do everything correctly. They have a stacked lineup, and yes, it's great on paper. We'll let it equate to the field, but
they'll have the most wins in the National League for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
No doubt.
They're powerful.
Moving on, I have Brewers at number 2, the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't think they're gonna get off to a great start. I think their first half will be a little lacking. Like, I have them at number 2. I don't think they'll be in number 2 by the time the All-Star break rolls around. They have some nice starting pitching.
Okay.
Nice is a light way to put it.
Yeah,
that's the
for
best
now,
1, 2, 3 I've
who
ever
did they
seen.
get? Yeah, they got rocked by the Cubs, but they better.
It was
pick it up.
kind of just unlucky. I mean, that happens to every single team.
We'll talk about series
the
later.
Dodgers lost 2 of 3 to the Rockies.
Also,
so
Exactly. We're gonna talk about series later, but like you can definitely see that the starting series is
they just
planned for
They
everyone.
gotta get it together.
and the Brewers could buy. I'm not saying they will,
I think
but
they will.
They have a.
They
I
can.
feel like they have a solid chance of buying big time on their lineup.
Yeah.
Come the trade deadline.
You're right. I could see that. Happening.
And with that, they have if they buy, they have a nice chance at number 2.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
have
have
Mets
the
at
Mets
number 2.
at number 2.
I have the Mets
Both
at
of
number
you
2.
have the Mets
Yeah.
at number 2.
I think. What was my thought process when I did this? I think I was in the moment. I was thinking that they were lacking starting pitching.
They got it.
That was fixed. They were lacking outfielders, like star outfielders. That was fixed. I think they basically fixed all their issues, and players like Lindor, Alonso, people who had terrible seasons last year.
They'll bounce back.
There's no way they're gonna have 2 bad seasons.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
unless say like a Bellinger or a Yelich case is about to happen, I'm pretty sure they're gonna bounce back and be all-stars. And I think that team is going to find a way to win that division.
I have the Mets at
Bounce back.
like 6. They
We basically-
just choked.
You
Okay,
and us,
but
just
it's
flip the Mets and Brewers pretty
pretty
much.
much. It's also, I think, Steve Cohen is unafraid to spend, just like the Dodgers. Okay, and I think there was literally like a threshold named after Steve, the Cohen threshold.
Yeah, it's the
this
Cohen
guy's-
tax.
This guy isn't afraid to spend. He spent, what was it, like $40 million on Scherzer or whatever, and yeah,
He spent more than the A's. was
More
spending
than the
this
A's,
single
yeah.
season.
this entire season,
My
it was
process
all
on
for the Mets.
on
So
that is that money does not equal success. I've seen the Angels spend
Yes.
big bucks on some big names, and then they just come to Anaheim and they
Albert
choke
Pujols.
to death.
I think
Albert, Josh Hamilton, the list goes
Yeah.
on and on.
Valid.
And
I think that Cohen doesn't know the game of baseball in the sense like who to pick and who to fill in these roles. He's just kind of like, oh,
He's a
big name, I
computer.
want that. But I guess you could say coincidentally, he's built a lineup where I think a lot of the holes are filled, and I think that this is a powerful team and has a lot of support in every aspect: the pitching, the hitting, the defense. I think that it's stacked in all areas. Whether or not he's smart enough to realize what he did or not, or whether he was just like
accident.
Max Scherzer, I want you, and like Marte, you run fast. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking, but if you look on paper and see the performance, I definitely think this team is ready to.
There's also a
be
chance
top.
that he just gives his GM the money. Like, GM
Or
knows
that.
baseball, and he
Yeah.
says, "Here, have $800 billion, and you can buy whatever players you need.
Yeah.
Just let us win."
There could be a brain behind the whole thing that we don't know about. So
I have the Giants at 3.
fair enough.
Mm.
Braves after.
Mm.
They had a Braves are not on this list for a long time.
Really?
That concerns me.
That
but
does
okay.
concern.
Continue.
The Braves were not good in the regular season. I mean, okay, they were good in the regular
Defending
season.
World Series.
They were not superb in the regular season, right?
Okay.
They were champions of the NL East. Like,
That was pretty much it.
it's not a
When
it's
the
not
season
a
ended.
it's not a tough division, you know. It's
I guess,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're
very
saying.
very easy division for them to win that year. They came out with 88 wins.
Yeah.
and
yes.
won their division.
Yes, 88.
Their playoff run,
Historic.
it was
Insane.
it's not luck. I mean, it's
Almost like
obviously
the
not
Nationals
luck.
2019.
It was literally the
like,
Nationals run on
It was
repeat.
their year, I guess.
It was
Did
their
they be-
year. Everything they did, they played perfect baseball.
Don't talk. We don't talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything just kind of worked for them. I get what you're saying.
In
Especially
terms
with-
of wins, I have the Braves low down. They might make another playoff run. I don't
Okay.
know.
The only reason I have them higher is 2020, they gave the Dodgers a run for their money.
Mm-hmm.
2021, they
They beat the
definitely
Dodgers.
gave the Dodgers
Yeah,
a run for their
definitely.
money, considering they lost. And you could say the Dodgers were literally exhausted in every aspect.
I-
with like
I
They
think that was
only
a
lost
huge
Dave
part of
Roberts
it,
was
yeah.
about to start the next game if they went to
Yeah,
a game 7
yeah.
probably. But I think that the regular season of last year doesn't resemble the lineup as much, especially with the
Yeah.
being out.
With Freddie
Upgraded
Freeman
first
gone
baseman.
too, I mean,
Well, I think the
I think
offense
Matt-
is,
the offense
will be
fine.
First base defense
Yeah.
isn't really something to concern yourself about. So I mean, if Olsen is lower in defense, I don't think that's something to consider too much.
Their pitching is also something to look out for.
That
you,
pitching,
yes.
you have
Yeah.
Ian Anderson, Soroka, Freed. Look out for them.
Charlie Morton.
And they're
So,
defending World
I
Series.
mean, I get why you can
champs,
say they're
so
lower. They haven't proven themselves.
I guess,
So.
but
I didn't
It's the
see
same
them.
reason the Nationals sucked
Yeah,
in 2020 after 2019 happened.
yeah,
You know, so I get what you're saying.
a little bit. Yeah.
Braves didn't excel in the regular season, and this is regular season, and so
Yep,
there's
fair
a couple of teams that are going to excel,
Mm-hmm.
and I just don't think the Braves
Question
will be one
mark.
of them. Number 4, I have the
Giants
Cardinals. The Cardinals
Ooh.
scare me. Sometimes they just do wacky things. They win 17 games in a row. They play like 45 games in 30 days and win like 90% of them.
Yeah,
And
Okay, fair enough.
valid.
Wainwright and Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols, this is their
Storybook year.
last season.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals, they just make things happen sometimes.
Okay.
And it's these guys' last season. So I'm a
I would love to see some storybook ending for those guys.
it would be
I would
be
love
great.
to see that.
I
That'd be
would
amazing.
too, but I think it's gonna be a Hollywood flop. Okay,
Really?
these guys are dinosaurs. I don't.
They are
I think
Yeah.
they'll just miss out on
Fair
the playoffs, but they have a very solid.
When you put-
they have a solid lineup.
When you put 3 fossils together, does
Yeah,
it probably
right?
make a dinosaur? So
Maybe.
something dangerous.
Yeah,
so
right.
I get what you're saying. I think their off-season moves weren't big enough to improve the
They
team.
didn't really
this is
have
kind of
anything.
just a
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
Could
that was
happen,
me
fair
during the ALs because
Yeah.
I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know these teams. I'm just gonna throw some hot takes together. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Wainwright is still, he's still
Solid.
top. He's still up
Exactly.
there. So
And
he's
Flaherty hopefully comes back strong.
he's on my fantasy team. I'm hoping he comes back. He's supposed to be an ace if he recovers fully soon. He's supposed to be like the ace of the
Yeah.
Cardinals staff,
He is.
and that
yeah.
gives them 2 top tier pitchers.
I have
So-
at number 4 question mark. What are the Giants gonna do?
Yeah, I have the Giants.
Are
at
they gonna
6.
be 2021 Giants or are they gonna be 2020 Giants?
Don't think so.
I think it just depends on if their players play their best. Like some
They
That's the question.
needed
Are these
that, yeah.
fossils going to
yeah.
keep drinking roids for another season
106
or
wins. Unbelievable.
7?
There's
Wait,
no
seven
way
wins.
they're gonna
That's
get
right.
even close to that this
They
season.
won't.
That's what I thought the entire season.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna
and
have
they
a
proved
losing
me
streak,
wrong
and then,
very
yeah.
quickly.
I don't know.
Which is why I'm still like confused and don't know where to put them.
Yeah.
They
They're-
could be number 2. They could be
They could-
15. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost Buster Posey, who was a huge asset for them last
They
year.
also
He
lost
was-
Gosman,
They also lost Gosman.
But they got Rodon.
They
So-
did upgrade, who Jack now has.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, as of 7:20 tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 5, I have the Phillies. They're just good. They made some moves.
I like the
their
Phillies.
moves.
I have
the Padres.
Zach Wheeler,
Padres
Zach
at
Elfin.
5,
Zachs are spelled different ways, in case you were wondering.
What's spelled different?
Zach Wheeler and Zach Elfin. They are
Really?
differently spelled. Zach.
ZAC. Right?
Z-A-C-K Wheeler and Z-A-C-H Elfin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Aaron Nola, he's fine. Real Muto's good.
Philly's got a lot of
Castellanos
power.
is good. Schwarber's good. Bryce Harper's really good.
Bro, they're great for a fantasy team.
Schwarber and Nick
Okay.
Castellanos.
Yeah.
This is a last year like Blue Jays idea where it's just like we are
Yeah.
going to like put
Outsmoke
200 runs on the
Yeah.
board and they're going to be 1 run short and we'll win.
And they have a top 3 Cy Young candidate
Yeah.
in their
Aaron
rotation.
Nola.
So
Zach Wheeler.
So I mean, yeah, you
Kyle
can say they're over
Gibson.
the Padres.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
next picks, I don't have a lot to say about.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know much about the National League. Braves, Padres, Marlins, Cubs, Reds, Rockies, Pirates, Nationals, D-backs. D-backs are just, I don't.
The Marlins they're a
I
sneaky
think the
team
Cubs
too.
won't do something, and I just threw the Rockies
I don't-
in there because I needed.
I like
Padres are a
somewhere
big
in there.
question mark for me.
Yeah.
I'm not.
They-
Will Tatis's injury be a significant detriment to the team, or will they just kind of?
This team is on Tatis's shoulders.
Yeah.
And with him being gone and him riding motorcycles
Will
at
he come
3
back?
a.m. or whatever he's doing, like I think him not. I know he's a child and he's not in this leadership role where Machado is kind of like the veteran.
Yeah,
I know he's not in
yelling
that
at
role,
Tatis and stuff.
Yeah.
but he's basically the captain of this team.
Yeah.
So you can't really expect much out of him. But if this team is going to perform at a high level and be a playoff team, he needs to set the attitude. And him not being there is not setting the attitude. So we'll see what happens when he comes in.
Their starting
He
pitching
promised
is
not to
also
ride
insane.
any more motorcycles. He pinky
He did.
promised.
He also said he would not swing 3-0. So
He's gonna
Yeah,
do
right.
that, man.
seems like he's just following orders. At this
If
point.
pitchers are gonna, if teams are gonna take out their pitchers and put in randos, just random position players, swing all you want. Pad
Yeah,
your
right.
stats. If you're good enough that they're gonna have to, you might as well take advantage of that. You guys satisfied with going over the rankings? Is that
Yeah, that covered it. Everything else
pretty much.
after the Rockies or Cubs is just like hot trash. We don't even need to
okay?
think about them.
That's fair. We're gonna talk about the National League recap. I'm gonna go really fast. I'm gonna try to read as fast as I can without
for it.
stuttering. Okay, starting with the National League West, the Giants take 2 over the Marlins at home in a series of nail-biter games. 5-6 Giants, 1-2 Marlins in 10, 2-3 Giants. The Dodgers get the series taken from them in Game 3 at Coors by the Rockies. They take Game 1 for themselves. 5-3 Dodgers, 2-3 Rockies, 4-9 Rockies. Oops. Chris Bryant, really embarrassing moment by Chris Bryant. Dropped the fly ball. I saw that
All
one
the
happen.
Chris's just had a bad
Yeah.
day in the
Just
outfield.
Just
Tough.
a bad
If
day
you're
in
named
the
Chris, you
outfield.
cannot catch a fly ball tonight.
The Padres own the D-backs. 2-1. Really fun moment in that series.
National Beer
walks
Day.
it off on opening day, National Beer Day. Crazy. You love to see that. 2-4 D-backs, 5-2 Padres, 10-5 Padres. That's unfortunate for the D-backs.
They had a no-hitter going
That's why I
in
expected
2 of the games.
They
Until
did. I heard that
The
about
D-backs came up.
Let's talk about the Central Brewers. Lose 3 of 4 to the Cubs. That is unfortunate. Cubs home team. The bench is clear after Andrew McCutchen hit by pitch. My man Seiya Suzuki, 13 plate appearances, 1 extra base hit, 3 hits, 4 base on balls. Good weekend by Seiya Suzuki. Gavin's happy about that one. The Cardinals take the series from the Pirates, 2-1 at
No
home.
way.
0-9 Cardinals, 2-6 Cardinals, 9 to one of these is not right. My bad. The Pirates, they just do their pirate thing. The Reds tie
Next
the Braves
year,
at
right?
Truist.
Next year's the game.
Yeah, next year.
Next
Look
year's
out for the
game.
Pirates. The
Sure.
Buccos.
The Reds tie the Braves at Truist in 4 games. The Reds take the first and the last games of the series. Let's talk about the East. The Athletics are not National League, but they were at Phillies,
Right.
so they're going to be here. The Athletics visit the Phillies. They lose 2 games out of 3. 5-9 Philly, 2-4 Philly, 4-1 Oakland, let's talk about this one. The Mets visit the Nationals. That was tough to watch. The highlights of the Mets were hit by a pitch 3 times on opening day, a 4th time on the second game of the series, and the bench is cleared after Lindor got hit in the
It was
face,
Lindor.
or was
It
it
was
Pete
Lindor.
Alonso that got hit in the
Lindor.
face?
Pete Alonso
one
was
time?
the first one.
The
Lindor was
only
going
thing-
for a bunt.
The only thing that saved Lindor was Lil's thing on his helmet. If
Yeah.
he gets hit square in the face,
It's a
not for
lifesaver,
that.
man.
It's tough
Yeah,
to
right.
watch.
Baseball's a game of inches, man.
I gotta say it, benches absolutely gotta clear after your guy gets hit in the
Yeah,
face.
right.
And
after
Lindor spoke after the game saying, "I'm happy that my team had my back."
Thank God
So-
for that one. You cannot.
That's
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
If you
Last year.
can't pitch up and in, don't
Don't
pitch
Don't
up and
do
in.
it.
Don't.
I think
Players are in danger, man. We don't want to see someone get hit in the face and have a season-ending injury. Like that
life-ending
sucks.
injury.
Yeah.
That was just proof that the Nationals pitching is non-existent, and
They got a bunch of
they don't
noodle
really have
arms,
much
bro.
right now, so.
Strasburg ain't there.
Yeah.
Strasburg's gone.
I
A
think
lot of hit by
Patrick
pitches.
Yeah.
Are pitchers? Is there a new baseball? A lot of people are saying there's a new baseball, different from both that were used last year. They're saying there's
Franklin
a
ball.
third
Yeah.
baseball.
They stitch a couple together. I think it's just
Seems
everyone's getting the wrinkles out. Everyone's just, things
think-
slip. So
Things
Yeah,
slip.
I think
Four
you come
times
back-
in 2
I mean,
games,
yes.
though? That's a little much.
the predicted Cy Young for this year, Walker Buehler, didn't even go past 78 pitches. I mean, I think all the pitchers
Yeah.
are just not quite built up, and they're not quite ready. They haven't had the time.
I see
And
the
some didn't even
stamina
have-
issue, but
Some didn't even have the facility to prepare.
mhm.
yeah,
Like they were literally told,
Yeah.
do not talk to your coaches and don't go anywhere near there. So
that's
I think it was just a lack of ability to prepare, and they don't quite have it right now. So yeah, I would just pin it on that, and that things would be more under control in about a few weeks.
Let's talk about what happened to Andrew McCutchen. He also got hit by a pitch. The Cubs got hit by a pitch, I also believe, 3 times on opening day. They got kind of sick of it. They're like, can you stop hitting our guys? We don't really like this very much. They throw a 2-seam fastball to McCutchen. McCutchen stands all the way on the outside of the batter's box. So he's way off.
Yeah, he's
Off home plate.
he's
He
pretty
knows
hot.
what's coming. They throw a fastball down the middle for strike 1. Andrew McCutchen kind of digs in a little bit, takes another step forward. They throw a 2-seam at him and miss. They throw a 2-seam at him and miss. And then they hit him.
Yeah.
And the bench is clear, and Andrew McCutchen was mad because he's like, first of all, don't let me get comfy in the box. Don't throw me a strike. That's kind of a cheap move. And if you're going to try to hit me, you get 1 chance. If you miss, then you're done. Then just pitch to me.
Yeah.
Do you think that is reasonable?
I think, yeah. I mean, to build a false sense of security. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
just
Yeah.
not that you can't do it, but it just seems almost extra childish. Like it's already childish to throw a baseball at someone.
Yeah.
Like that. What are you doing? And then to try and make them be like, oh no, it's fine. I won't throw you. Psych! I'm gonna throw this baseball. Like it just seems extra childish. And if you're already going to be a big baby about it, I mean, you did your best. Just hit someone else, man. Like
I believe
You
in
tried.
previous season, the same thing happened where a team was planning on hitting McCutchen and they threw a strike down the middle and McCutchen dug in, and then they hit him and broke his rib, if I'm not mistaken. So
That
he
sounds
was
right.
still on his toes, even though they threw him a strike. But you kind of hate to see that. He was mad,
he was.
Yeah. Who wouldn't be?
screaming at the
Man.
pitcher. You got 1 try and you messed it up. You got it this time. Good job, as he was running down the line,
Yeah.
screaming at the pitcher.
Yeah, fair
Uh,
enough.
That's
Oh.
enough of the National League, I think, unless you
Yeah.
guys want to talk more.
No, overall,
Those-
no, that's basically it.
Those
gonna
2
have a
hit
segment
by
on the
pitches were
Dodgers.
also division
We can
rivalries,
get-
so I
get more
think that
depth
kind of
about
had
that.
Yeah.
something to do with
Yeah.
it.
I
Yeah.
gotta be honest, it's unacceptable to me that Alonso and Lindor got hit in the face. It's just not
Pitch
cool.
up and in, man.
Don't pitch up and in.
Up and in.
Uh,
Can't do it.
I think we can move on to the American League. This one makes me sad. Astros visit the Big Head to take 3 of
What do you
4
expect?
against the Angels. Oof,
I was there for half
Syndergaard
of that.
pitched Yes, you were. Syndergaard pitched 5 1/3 inning on Saturday. 0 earned runs. Justin Verlander had a pretty nice outing.
He did.
Both Tommy John guys are back.
Mm.
Seattle visits the Twin Cities to take 2 out of 4 games. They tie the series with the Twins. The first game of a 5-game series was canceled. Rough weather in Minnesota. That's what happens on opening day in cold places. Robbie Ray, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Phenomenal start to the season.
That's amazing.
They need him.
They need him to keep doing
Yeah,
that.
right.
Rangers visit the Rogers Center in Toronto, and they lose 2 of 3 games to the Jays, even though in Game 1 Barrios pitched 1/3 inning, 4 earned runs, and in Game 2 Gosman pitched 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. That is a rough outing by the
Yeah.
starters.
I'm telling you, this team will just
They'll
hit,
figure it
hit
out.
to
The
victory.
Jays, they just hit. It's
Yep.
wacky.
It's
to
not
me.
the baseball that'll get them wins. It's the bat.
It's
That's,
the
that's
bat.
what they're banking
I
on.
think
And it worked, you know?
the
I mean,
top 3 offensive teams could be the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, and then the Rangers. I think the Rangers have a lot of power. Look out for them.
In the American League
Not for pitching, no.
Central, the Tigers take on the White Sox at home in Detroit. They lose
Wow.
2 of 3. Lucas Giolito is injured. He's on aisle 10 now. 2 starts they say he's going to miss. The Royals take on the Guardians at the K. They win 2 of 4. Legendary play by Bobby Witt Jr. Just unreal.
Love to see it.
Unreal.
Mike Trout.
That was in the
Later,
10th
dude.
inning. The Royals won that game 1-0. Tampa Bay, only sweep of a series in the opening series, meaning they were the only team that was undefeated after their first series.
Those
Tampa
were all
Bay
close games.
Sweeps the Orioles in a series of 3. No one saw that one coming. The Red Sox visit the new Yankee Stadium. They lose 2 of 3. The first game is delayed one day. Donaldson walks off the Red Sox after 11 innings on opening day. That is a fun game.
That'll
For
make
them.
the fans like you.
That will make the fans like you. He was going crazy. He was jumping up and down and screaming.
I think he's excited
Who
to
wouldn't
be in
be?
Stripes.
Yeah.
I think.
He's enjoying it.
How
all the
old is he?
Yankees
He's like
fans must like him.
35,
34,
36, something
something
like
like
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Older,
Not
but
a,
getting-
not a bad spot to be on twilight of your career.
Yeah,
older,
no
but
So
kidding.
getting
I would
play.
take that.
Good enough to be excited.
Yeah, right?
That was the summary of what happened on the opening series. There's obviously another series being played right now, but as it's going on right now, we're not talking about it. It's bottom 9 in the Angels game right now. So that brings us to our next topic. Let's talk about our teams. Do you want to talk about the
Sure.
Dodgers or should I talk about the Angels?
You talk about the Angels.
Yeah, go with the Angels.
We'll get it.
Let's
I'll
go
put a
with
little
the-
info.
we'll get-
I mean,
we'll
I
get
was there
warmed
for 2
up.
games. I have some sight, not enough to look back at previous seasons, but
Michael Lorenzen, phenomenal outing. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run. It's a home run. Noah Syndergaard, 5.1 innings pitched, 0 home runs, 2 hits. Reed Detmers, 4 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Aaron Loop, 3 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 walks. Phenomenal. Raisel Iglesias gave up a home run last night. He has 2 innings pitched so far. Starting rotation doesn't look awful for the Angels.
it's not awful.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
They have a
it's
couple
been
of
solid.
they have a couple of nice guys. Shohei Ohtani's
I
up
believe
there.
him.
He's pretty good.
3 out of 5 of those guys.
They have
Not
a
a bad
6-man rotation.
That's the issue. I only believe in 3 out of 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Noah Syndergaard wasn't even at his full potential. He's still coming off. Like he hasn't pitched in games for quite a long time, especially going deep. I mean, with the Mets, how deep did he even go in a game? Probably a couple innings because he just came
Like
back.
3, yeah.
So he's starting. He's a starter now. He's a full-fledged starter for the first time since his injury, and yet he's now with the Angels. And I think, even not at his full potential, he pitched amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
He's returning to his
yeah,
full form.
he's gonna be almost
Good
probably,
place
he's
to
probably
be.
gonna take over as the ace. I think.
I would-
think
He
with
should
Shohei
be.
worrying
He-
about hitting, he's gonna be the ace.
Noah Syndergaard
Syndergaard,
should be the
Ohtani,
ace,
and
and
then
Ohtani should be
the rest
second
of
or
the
third.
peanut gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lorenzen says he still wants to hit. Gotta be honest,
What?
that one's not happening.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, cool that you want to hit. You're in Major League Baseball. It's pitching or hitting, unless you're the guy.
Yeah, unless you can MVP it, I think it's too much Like, Shohei is too good to not let him pitch and hit. But when you're Michael Lorenzen and you're doing, like, average on both, you're not good enough to keep you away from one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I think he needs to commit to a role, and right now the Angels need pitching, so you got to full commit to the role you want.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to value the team's winning over what you want, and I think he needs
sure.
to value that the team needs pitching over I want to hit.
I think he's focusing on the pitching. In his post-game interview, he said, "I'm totally focused on hitting, but
which is awesome.
If they ever need a pinch hitter, I'll step in the box if they want me."
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Focus on what they need and have some fun if the moment so calls it.
Yeah, don't get injured though.
Yeah, that would be tough. Let's talk about the lineup. Brandon Marsh. A lot of people chanting, "Let's go, Brandon."
I was there.
That was funny. I enjoyed that. He's good. Nice outfield defensive play. Obviously not the best outfield defensive play because we have Mike Trout out there. But he's good. He hits a little bit. Matt Duffy, recent acquisition, he had a really nice opening series.
He looked good.
He looked really nice. 7 ABs, 3 hits. That's what you want to see. Mike Trout home run. Absolutely crushed the baseball. Went sky high and went 445 yards. Rendon grounded into 2 double plays.
I noticed.
In the first game. Made me a little angry. Hit a home run today, though, which I'm happy about.
That, so.
Jared Walsh hit a home run. That was fun.
Looking good.
I like the Angels.
I love Jared Walsh. I don't know what it is about him, but his swing gives me Ken Griffey vibes for some reason. I mean, it's not any similarity or anything, but the swing just gives me the kid vibes.
Yeah.
And obviously he's not producing like the kid, but
yeah,
he just has such a buttery swing, and he's the numbers have to back it up, but they backed it up, and he just got to prove that he can do it over a season. Yeah. And I love him.
Can't get hurt.
Mike Trout got the stomach virus that Freddie Freeman got. He lost 10 pounds. He's 10 pounds lighter today than he was the day before opening day.
Thought he was pulling Kawhi load management. I guess not.
I did not
actually
hear
real.
about that.
Yeah, he's
interesting.
I didn't know this either. I was listening to the game, and the announcers were like, "Mike Trout looks he looks noticeably skinnier." I'm like, "What? He lost 10 pounds with the stomach virus." Okay, he must have actually been sick then. Cool. Let's talk about the Dodgers. I don't know anything.
Wait, hold on. Before we go to the Dodgers, the Angels need relief help. They need relief pitchers. I don't have a lot of faith in the relievers right now. As you watched the games over the weekend and with the Marlins, I don't know. It's just something about them. I think they need to add. They definitely need to add at the deadline. So.
They need to add. I could say 2 relievers would have them.
Yeah, solid
set.
relievers. They don't need
2
these
solid relievers.
I can see them making a trade if they're within a good handful of games.
Yeah.
First, which
that's
you
fair.
know, or a playoff position. Even if they're close to the wild card, I see them making a splash.
Tepera's good. He had a bad outing on opening day. He's
Loop
good
looks
though.
good.
Loop is
he's a good player.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Raisel Iglesias is phenomenal. We just need guys for the other days.
Just need it to click.
I love Archie, but he just chokes.
He's old.
The issue is he just can't get it done.
Yeah.
I want to love him, but it's hard to. It's like Kenley Jensen. I want to love you, but please don't choke. So, yeah, Angels can do something. We'll see.
They could go.
They gotta click.
They could go big.
Mm-hmm.
This is their year.
They started pretty good.
I'd like us to win a World Series this year while we have no
Who wouldn't?
Fair enough.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while if we don't.
Maybe a playoff game. Just win one.
I'm
I would
also
go to
looking.
that.
Mike
I would
Trout.
too, yeah.
Amazing.
Mike Trout. I feel like Mike Trout
I'd be there in
wants
the
to win a
metaverse.
playoff game.
I'm not actually there.
The Angels World Series. Metaverse.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Doyers.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
If the Angels make it to the World Series, I'm coming back. From wherever I go to college, I'm coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if I can't go to the World Series games, I will be at my house.
Just buy like a hotel next to it.
Yeah.
Drive down the freeway and then just park your car on the freeway and watch it.
Go be
Park
like
on the 5.
do the Wrigley strategy where you're watching the games from the Honda Center, and you, with your
Yeah.
binoculars. Yeah.
Your spectacles.
telescope.
Oh yeah, your spectacles.
Get your spectacles
You're
out.
updated out your spectacles, and then you're set. Yeah.
Okay, that's out of the way. When the Dodgers go to the World Series,
when they do.
Yeah, when,
When.
not if.
Dave Roberts
When.
promised it.
Yeah.
If he lied, are you gonna like burn him? Throw him?
No,
throw
because
him in
we'll
the
probably
trash?
be
No,
we'll probably be in the
because
NLCS.
He did this in
again.
2020 and he got lucky
Yeah.
because we actually did. But the Braves could have easily made that not happen. So
Typical Atlanta moment.
Dodgers
though,
this
so.
year signed big name Freeman.
Yeah.
Freeman.
That
Big deal.
Frederick.
I saw the press release.
Mhm.
That was fun.
it
Watching him
was.
stand
yeah.
up there, shake some hands.
He looked actually like happy to be there.
He did.
And
He is happy.
He also
He
looked
is one
really
of the most-
tall.
yeah.
He is huge.
I think
he's all legs, but
he's-
like he's huge.
He's like 6'3".
No wonder he he still runs fast.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't look like it because his legs are massive.
It's crazy.
I was there when he first put on that Dodger uniform at spring training, and
Yeah, he's
he
6'5".
just
really
he.
tough
I never
guy.
thought I'd see it happen. Like there's players where you're like, oh, Kershaw's always gonna wear that Dodger
Yeah.
uniform. Freddie's always gonna wear that Braves uniform.
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen, and I
And
was
then
like,
the-
excuse
yeah.
me. And
What?
it felt weird, but
Now you get used to
you
it.
get comfortable
Yeah.
with that sort of thing. Seeing Freddie Freeman.
It's
there.
same with Mookie Betts. Do you think he's gonna be there with the Red Sox and then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not every season
Hey, dude,
that a player,
looks good on blue.
like a team, loses a star player, and then you replace him with something better.
Mm.
Yeah, no kidding.
They definitely improved. They have, in my opinion, the best,
best lineup.
shortstop, first baseman combo. That top three is
Yeah.
potent. The whole lineup is scary.
Dude,
Um,
Monty at the hot corner. I kind of like that.
Where's
I love
Turner
Muncy.
going?
Yeah.
Justin.
DH.
DH and third.
He said
baseman.
he's prepared to
Yeah.
play a full season at third base, but I think Dave
I
Roberts is going to
don't-
give him a good amount of DH just to preserve his health.
I think
He will play third. He
Ju-
played third base the
yeah.
other day. He can do it. He's just going to get a lot of DH, like probably half.
Interesting.
Half, I'd say he's
Yeah.
going to
Is
DH.
he hitting so far?
Yeah.
I
Cool.
Muncy isn't.
Oh, you mean
hitting
getting
too
hits?
much, but
Yeah. Has
Oh, well,
Justin
that's-
Turner got a hit this season?
That correlates to the entire team.
yeah.
The entire team is not putting it
Little
together
slow.
like it said.
Mm.
The paper does not equate to the field, and that's being
Yeah.
proven right now
Yeah.
with players not playing to their full potential in the slightest. I mean, no, it's hard to. I mean, Cody Bellinger obviously has struggled, and that's kind of like a whole different
He's
issue.
been kind of getting back.
He's trying to prove
clutched up.
himself.
Yeah.
He's trying to produce. He's trying to just get hits. He's trying to be a hitter, but this team is not putting it together. They're not at their full potential. If you asked every player, they would say,
No,
we're not playing at our
definitely
best
not.
right now. The pitching is not. I mean, Bueller looked good, but he was not
wasn't
pitching his
good.
best. I mean, it was a great outing, but same with Noah.
Another one.
Yes.
Like he pitched
Yeah.
great. That was not his full potential. Bueller pitched great. He could pitch way better than that. I've seen him on a good day. It's not that.
Urias definitely wasn't.
He did not have his.
I think it was
He had
like
a
2
tough
miles
day.
below, right?
His average fastball
Two-
was 92, I think is
Yeah.
what he got up to. He
Mhm.
reaches 96
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
consistently, 95.
He's gonna need some
They're,
more.
they're an
time.
engine. We're an engine. We warm up, and then once October hits, that's when.
Yeah,
we're
we
hottest,
definitely
so look
haven't
out.
played how we should, which
Why
is
we
how we
played
started.
162.
This is how we started in 2020.
Yeah.
Off to a very slow start, and then next thing you know, we have the most wins in the entire MLB.
Yeah.
So it's a slow start. It's a series. I mean, you can't really
Yeah.
evaluate. You can't say Jorge Soler sucks right now. You can't say the Dodgers are ass right now. Like you can't say these things because it's the first season.
You can put players on the. You can like start looking at slumps. Like if someone's not hitting, like my Shohei Ohtani, he's kind of slacking right now. Yeah, he's got one hit. I
Out
think.
here giving CPR to
Yeah.
his bat.
Yeah,
Those are a
I
hit.
saw that. That was funny. I
That was
enjoy
really
his
funny.
antics in the dugout.
I don't know. I mean, this Dodgers team is scary 1 through 9, especially with DH. That made it even scarier. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't even be like, oh, at least I can pitch to Bueller. You know, you can't
Yeah.
even say
One
that.
free out.
Yeah, it's like oh, at least I can pitch to
Not
Taylor.
anymore,
Like,
no.
there's no one here. You like get to catch your breath. You know
All
what I'm
these
saying?
guys can be like all-star. Lux can definitely be the way he's hitting it. Lux can definitely be an all-star.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
he got
like,
steam at the end.
They have
There's a reason they called him
also a
up.
bunch of bench bats. I like Hanser Alberto. Jake Lamb is looking good.
Jake Lamb.
I was
not
gonna
my
say Matt
favorite,
Beatty,
so
but not anymore. Matt Beatty's gone.
He's gone.
Yep.
which I'm
Your
happy for.
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
worth it.
really
You're
funny.
gonna toss it.
Hey,
That's
it's not-
negative money.
It's not as bad as someone getting a tattoo of Matt Beatty on them, and then
That's really
you go-
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
But Andrew, think
Yeah.
about it. That's like once in a lifetime hat.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
No one else will get a Dodgers hat signed
With
by
Matt Beatty, unless he goes
Sell
back
that
to the
for some money.
Dodgers.
Like limited. The last hat
Dude,
signed
I
by Matt
Limited
Beatty.
Matt-
Yeah. I'm framing that thing, dude.
I don't know. I think the Dodgers are great in every aspect. They just need to put it together. I mean, this team just needs to work together. The team's
Also-
only as good as it is together, not individually.
It's fair.
And Andrew
So give us some
Heaney
time.
has been solid too. I think I like the relievers too. Tyler Anderson, Andrew Heaney, Alex Vesia, bunch of the rest of the peanut gallery. They're looking good
I love this team.
from
Just give it
years
time.
past.
Give it
Yeah.
time. It will accelerate. This isn't a matter of if, but when.
Also, Craig Kimbrell could be. I think
I
he could be
am
good.
crossing my fingers
Yeah.
because he is
If he-
scarier
he's,
I know.
than Kenley Jensen.
With the White Sox?
He's four. I think he's like 4 years younger too, or something. He's
Yeah, he's
significantly
younger. I'm just he
Go
can
back to
sometimes
his
not
all.
have it.
Yeah,
The only thing scarier to watch probably is like Brad Hand or like Ed Luz
Chapman.
Diaz or something like that.
Yep.
Like those
Yeah.
are the only two probably worst that can't clutch up a lot of the time, and it's terrifying to watch them. He's probably a little above them where it's not as terrifying, but he could still choke it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just crossing my fingers he doesn't choke. I was kind of liking closer by committee, and then we got a closer, and I was not excited at all.
Yeah.
But it is what
Yeah.
it is. So I might as well just put my faith in it.
I kind of wanted Bazooka at the closer. That's gonna be his role in about a couple years, but
See
I don't know. I still like Trinan. I like Trinan as a closer, but it's whatever.
There's
We
nothing
got
really.
an all-star
about-
closer.
There's nothing
so-
to really talk about this team. Everyone knows the lineup. Everyone knows the pitching.
Yeah.
It's insane. All I can really add to that is this minor league team is amazing. They're developing so well, and this team's gonna be great. For
That's
a long
really
time.
scary.
I think I saw
They're
somewhere.
the inverse of the
Yeah.
Orioles. They'll be good for a long time.
I saw somewhere. I think the OKC Dodgers. They had the number one pitcher for the week, Ryan Pepio, who we saw got rocked in spring
He
training,
did.
and then Zach McKinstry got player of the week. Also, look out for them. So
Yeah.
a lot of options.
Dodgers are gonna be amazing.
As always.
Just give it time.
Will the Angels be above 500 this season?
They need pitching. If they get pitching, they will. If not, I don't think they'll be over 500.
You don't think they'll be? You think they'll
don't.
be under 500?
I think a couple games. I said 10 under. I don't think that's gonna happen. So you look at their April. They have Astros and White Sox for 2 series, and then in May they play the Rangers and the A's for 12 straight games. They should be able to win a bunch of those. Then they have Boston, Tampa, Toronto, and New York, all to finish May. And then in June they have the Yankees, the Phillies, the Red Sox, the Mets, the Dodgers, the Mariners. Mariners for 7 games in June.
That's
And they got the
wacky.
Royals and the White Sox. And then in July they got the Astros for 2 series. The Dodgers again, the Braves, and the Royals.
Freeway series.
Yeah, a lot of those teams. I think if they stay healthy, they should be fine. But I don't think they definitely have an easier second half.
Yeah.
But-
for sure.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, looking at that, it seems like they're going to
Death
be
row.
barely above 500 to
The
start,
buzzsaw.
and they can maybe
I think they'll be
accelerate. at the end.
barely above 500, and then they'll buy some pitching, and maybe they'll
They have to do that.
fill in. Maybe they'll like replace Joe Adele or some other move that they could
Mhm.
make. I mean, Joe Adele's good. He's not the best.
Yeah.
You could always upgrade.
He's young too, so he's got a lot of
Yeah.
upside.
If they buy at the trade deadline, they will be over 500.
Yeah.
I think
no
that's
doubt.
the
what I'm-
consensus.
yeah.
Let's talk about the trade deadline. Who's gonna sell? Who's gonna buy? Who do you see as big swing teams? I have the Guardians in there. If the Guardians are positive, I think that they
They're-
might buy buy long-term contracts so that they might
Not yeah.
push next
I
season.
got you.
But if they're way under 500, I think the Guardians will just liquidate. All their good players will just dissipate into the smoke. They'll
Shane
just
who?
disappear. Shane Bieber, gone.
You
Jose
think-
Ramirez, gone.
You think he's gonna be
who?
gone
Please-
after they sign
please,
him?
Zach what?
Maybe, right?
I think if the Guardians are not doing well, there's a solid chance that they're a big player at the trade deadline and make some interesting moves.
If the Guardians actively suck, then Major League 3 is gonna happen, and they're gonna be awful, and they're gonna move.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
right?
think
Move to Montreal.
with the Astros knowing that they're going downhill. I mean, if they're
They can
not
buy.
in
Yeah.
they're gonna buy if they're in a high spot, but if they're in a low spot, in the season, they're gonna sell.
And the Nationals, they might sell.
Definitely.
They're probably
could-
gonna sell
yeah.
Josh Bell if they're not in a good
Josh
spot.
Bell, Nelson Cruz. They could also
You could
sell
get rid of
Patrick
Strasburg.
Corbin.
I mean, I know Strasburg's not healthy right now, but he's good when he's healthy.
He's got a fat
And
contract too, I think.
Yeah.
The team name Minnesota Twins. They're gonna sell if they're not.
I don't think they're gonna sell. I think
they're not
they're.
doing too good.
I think they bought Carlos Correa, and I think
Was
they're
it a
gonna-
one-year
they're gonna
deal?
Ride it out.
3.
3. Okay.
Sure, 3.
He has,
Yeah.
I think Correa has an opt out. However,
Yeah,
after this
yeah.
season.
This season. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's this season and then some opt-outs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Imagine he
I
just
think-
finesses them.
I think the Reds might be huge.
The Reds
sellers.
are definitely sellers.
they're gonna sell
If they do
whatever they have
if they do
left.
poorly, Hunter Green gone, Jonathan India gone, Luis Castillo
Castillo.
gone.
They'd love
Votto's always gonna be stuck in.
Wait,
in
you
Cincinnati.
think Hunter Green's gonna be traded? He's like 22. I don't know.
He's
I don't
doing
think-
phenomenally
Yeah.
so far.
I don't think he's gonna get traded. I think he's gonna stay with them.
If he keeps that up, the Reds could
He
get
has to
some
stay with them.
big boys for Hunter
True.
Green if Hunter Green keeps up what he's doing right now.
I don't.
Um,
I don't know. I like Hunter Green though.
I
Don't
think
trade him.
Reds will be
Reds are gonna.
in the market to
Sell.
sell Hunter Green if they can get what they want, and I don't know what they want.
Right. Fair enough.
Who knows what the Reds
Yeah,
are doing?
right.
Who knows what the Reds and the Guardians are doing? They have like
You,
they have some of the best players out there, and they're
They
just
just
like
sit there.
there's just one guy
Yeah.
surrounded by minor
Yeah, that's
leaguers.
fine.
I don't.
More asses in the seat. That's all we can do.
Let's talk about the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Will they
Don't
be
disrespect.
500?
It'll be
do you
good.
think?
In a few years.
Do you think the Rangers will
500.
be
No.
500
In a
this
few
season?
years?
No.
Okay, maybe. Right now? No.
Okay. They have explosive offense. I went to one of the first Ranger games in their new stadium, actually with an audience. It was electric. They have a good audience. And their team's looking all right on the offensive side. I like Semyon Seager. Seager has been meh defensively, but he's been all right. What else? They got Adolis Garcia. He was Rookie of the Year in the running. Good offensive player. They also got Cole Calhoun, Angels legend. They have a few other. They have a few other pieces, but
We're not talking offense right now.
yeah, on the pitching.
Bad.
Yeah,
When John Gray is your ace, you need to reconsider.
John
your
Gray.
life.
John Gray's a 2 or 3.
Who's the ace?
John Gray, but they have
That's tough.
they have Hearn. I like Hearn. Okay, did you see what he did a few days ago?
No, I didn't care. No.
He gave up like
See the Rangers.
he gave up one earned run, and he looked good. Dane
Okay.
Dunning will also be another good piece to look out for.
Let's go over some statistics. I have some statistics right
Okay.
here. I missed a few guys.
Mhm.
I added a few extra like minor league starting pitcher guys.
Yeah,
Santana listed on the 40-man as a starting pitcher.
Oh, right.
I don't think he's
ERA.
played.
Above
Right.
5. I'm just going, if they get injured,
Valid.
these guys will not be there to save them because they're awful. He's an ERA above 5, I think, except for 1 year, one random year. Perez, he's had an ERA above 4
Yeah.
since 2015. Most years it's been 5 or greater.
He's a veteran who goes around a lot of places.
Howard, his ERA has been above 5.5 for the last 4 seasons.
Yeah,
This guy is not like, he's not coming back. He's not gonna like surprise you. His ERA is gonna be up there. He's gonna be.
Inflation.
they have 2 guys who are just there. I think for veteran presence. I think that's all they want to develop. Dunning, Hearn, and soon Leiter. I don't think Leiter's gonna come up until like 3 years though.
Hearn in his last 2 seasons where he's actually got innings, 3.6 and 4.6 ERA. So it's good, but it's not
A little
phenomenal.
sneaky, yeah.
Burke, was also on their 40-man. Last season in 26 innings pitched,
Mm-hmm.
he had a 7.4
Yeah.
ERA.
Yeah.
Their pitching situation is bad.
Yup.
It's horrendous. People say the Angels need starting pitching.
They do.
Then you feel relieved
Yeah.
after you see the
Yeah, right.
I look at the Rangers roster and I take a breath. We will be better than the Rangers this year.
Yeah.
There's nothing to look at.
They drafted Jack Leiter, who he was literally drafted this year, and he's already the 17th overall ranked prospect in the top 100. So that's pretty surprising. You also have Cole Winn, who's MLB ready in about a year. He's 47th overall. So they have guys coming up. So
Cool.
it won't be monumental, but they could be sneaky in a couple years.
Yeah, I could see them in a couple of years
for
if
sure.
they can flush the rotation and
Yeah.
get a whole new batch of guys. None of these guys. Do you think Ohtani can get better? That's the next topic that we have.
Pitching.
In general, as
Yeah.
a baseball player.
I don't think you can repeat that MVP performance.
I think it's not replicable.
I don't think, but he can have similar seasons. I don't think,
I think
like, did he have 50 home runs?
It was just under. It was
Okay,
just under 40, I believe.
Okay, I think he can definitely hit more home runs.
he
can hit
reached-
for average.
he reached his hitting ceiling last year.
That
His
is
pitching
I agree with
ceiling
that.
has not been met. You can definitely
Yeah.
with that splitter, you can do way more.
Mhm.
That splitter is really
The only
scary.
issue I see is that with players who have these crazy years, I don't know what it is. I always wish it never happened, but there's always a regression after.
Yeah.
For some, Mookie
Yeah.
Betts his hip hurt all of last year. You saw him 2020 MVP and then like gonna be an MVP.
man.
Next thing you know,
Yeah.
like oh he's gonna be even better, and then something makes him regress. And it just seems like every time a player reaches some great ceiling, something just pulls him
They just
down,
put
and
him
I
down.
hate it so much. But
Yeah.
I see that happening with Ohtani this year. I think something's gonna hold him back for some reason. He's gonna regress a little bit, and he's gonna be unstoppable next year. But for some reason, I think sadly he's gonna regress just a little bit. Maybe in his hitting and his pitching will try and improve.
I think his
He definitely has
pitching
more
will his pitching will
potential.
leapfrog the hitting. I think he could realistically get a sub 3 ERA.
I
from-
think that's very possible.
Yeah, I think that's
And then
possible. I hope that's possible.
I think his hitting. What did he hit last year? He hit like
2 something.
2. Yeah.
Was it probably in the 60s?
I don't know. I can't look it up.
I think something
because-
similar to that. But I don't know. Home runs might dip a little bit. But
Yeah.
his pitching will be better.
Do you think he's gonna try to focus on pitching?
I
Do
think
you
so.
think that's his goal?
I think. Well, he's gonna try and improve on pitching, but I think on hitting he's just gonna try and repeat what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already.
that's
He's just
fair.
gonna look at video. He's just gonna be like, okay, what can I do better on this pitch? How can I get to this pitch? But pitching, I think he's gonna actively work with the pitching coaches and be like, okay, what? Like he's going to literally do his best to improve. So
I also think he could be more of a team player. See, oh yeah, the Angels they actually need hitting or pitching, and we already have hitting. So let me work with the pitching coaches, see what I can do, and I got 9 strikeouts against an Astros team. So why not just keep doing that and help my team win? So he's a humble guy, and he can help his team win.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He'll do anything to win.
this man
Yeah,
practices baseball more than any other human being.
it's a
His life is
religion.
baseball.
Religion for him.
It
Which
is
is
a
probably
religion
why he's
for him.
able to hit and pitch.
Yeah.
He has double the amount of time, probably triple the amount of time that the normal person has. So
Yeah.
I think he's going to be able to also work on hitting and focus a lot on pitching because
Mhm.
he's all baseball.
Yeah.
I love Ohtani. He's fun. He
He's
just
amazing.
does stupid stuff in the dugout.
He's just a guy who loves baseball. You love to see it.
Dodgers almost had him too.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
And then
And then the
The
Angels
last
coughed
minute.
up the big
Yeah,
And
that's
then
bucks.
the
fine.
Angels were like,
it's
"Nah,
all-
we'll spend a little more for."
we almost had Trout too, and then
At the end of last season, Ohtani made a really threatened the Angels. He said,
I
"If
saw
the
that.
Angels are not good, I'm gonna do something about it."
Yeah.
yep.
Like, I want to. He was like,
Yeah,
"I
he's
want to
like,
win."
I'm gonna leave the
Yeah.
Angels. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, come an hour down the road. We'll be open
Come to
with
the
all
real
arms,
LA
yeah.
team.
Don't go to the Walmart LA team.
And live in the same house that he's living in right now.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, you
commute the extra hour.
Do what Pujols did.
My
Yeah.
mom saw Albert Pujols at a country club.
Really? That's
Yeah.
Oh
funny.
yeah, I remember that. So that's pretty cool.
You were there?
No, I
Oh,
saw
okay.
the photo.
Oh yeah.
I saw the evidence.
This was while we were at school.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, he sent me the photo.
Just weird. Like my mom just sends me a picture of her with
Albert.
Albert Pujols, and I'm like, is this real? Like, no way.
Photoshop.
Some random small town, not small town, but like.
Just crazy.
Why?
Something like that.
Okay, last
Out of all
last
people,
big
yes,
topic.
Literally.
Big topic,
Yes.
something we really need to debate. Will the Orioles ever be competitive again?
Ever is such. That's such a bad way to place it.
Like,
Are
it
you
depends on
joking
what,
me right now?
It depends on what you're gonna do.
Will the Cleveland Browns ever be good ever again? Yes, obviously they will be good.
Yeah, I think they need an
Ever.
owner change though.
Yeah.
It depends on what you mean by ever. We can give that certain time frame.
Yeah. Does ever mean like the next 5 years or ever like the next 5 decades? Like
What's the time frame you give on the Orioles?
I
To
think-
like, let's say the owner sold the team today. How long does it take for them to become competitive
I think
again?
within 5 years.
I think
I would
5
say
years.
5 or 10 years.
Once that owner sells the team or dies, that's when things will start to change. With that man in owning the Orioles, nothing's gonna change.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Will the next owners
when
be
did-
better? Maybe it's just his son and he's been teaching
When
him
did
to
the
be a little-
owners
the gremlin.
join the team? Because they had a
Mm.
playoff like run in like 2014 or something.
I
They
think
did?
Yeah,
They're not
it
gonna be
was
competitive
Orioles,
until
and then
something
oh yeah, this guy's old, so he's probably gonna die. Yeah,
Wait, he's alive?
He's 92 years old. Yeah,
he looks like a Muppet.
yeah,
He looks
like
fake.
those old guys. Yeah. Yeah. They had a competitive team about like 5 years ago. Who do they have? They had hitters though.
They're not even like really tanking.
Mm-hmm.
They sold their players, and then they sold their minor leaguers, and then they sold all of their prospects.
The only reason I think they're not the worst team in baseball is because the Pirates exist. Other than that,
The Pirates are like their sole existence is to lose, so they
Mhm.
can be like the Astros potentially. But the Orioles have some decent pieces coming up. By decent, I mean really good. They have Adley Rutschman, number 2 overall in the farm rankings. He's a catcher. I think he's gonna be good. Grayson Rodriguez, also another guy to look out for. He's a really good pitcher. He's got a lot of upside. The only problem with the Orioles right now is they need a lot of infield help. I think Gunnar Henderson's going to help out. He's played shortstop and third base. So he's going to be ready in 2 years. They just need help in the infield. I like their outfield, though. With
The big question is, will
The
their
rest.
outfield last?
Yeah, they're all like
Until the
26,
infield.
27.
Right. The issue is, even if they are like what you would consider competitive, like they're in the AL East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's like the D-backs.
competitive in there is different than competitive in like the NL
Yeah.
Central.
Well, the thing is, I guess that's the case, but anyone who wants a wild card spot has to go through the AL East, and I
Mhm.
think to be deemed competitive, you have to be actively pursuing
Yeah.
like at least a wild card spot. You have to be like
yeah, I
making
think
a
that's gonna be even
push.
longer than 5 years.
If they were in like the AL Central, I think they could definitely like make a push for the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think they're like the Tigers, but without spending any of the money.
if you move them to like the NL East and then make them competitive, they could probably.
Yeah, just do
And then make them
a major
competitive.
league realignment.
I think
and
it'd
then,
be a lot easier
and then
to
they'll,
be in a
they'll have a
wild card
chance.
if you just
Yeah.
rename the Mets the Orioles, then they might be competitive.
Do like a Baltimore
I think it's
Colts,
easier to be
Baltimore
competitive
Ravens
depending on
situation,
what division you're
and
in.
then, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Rip
Yeah.
the Orioles, they got their market stolen from them. They
Yeah.
probably said, yeah, the Nationals are going to be here now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There goes all their TV deals.
I also like their pitching. Paul Fry, John Means,
Yeah, John Means.
the rest, yeah.
I love John Means.
And they're going to have Grayson Rodriguez, so.
I could see the Orioles selling at the deadline as well.
I see them
I
selling a piece.
Cedric Mullins, I think, is gone. Same with
Yeah.
Santander.
I always think he's going to the Yankees for some reason.
Cedric
I
Mullins,
just have
yeah.
a weird feeling that he's going to go to the Yankees.
I could. I don't know. I really want to say the Brewers. I have a weird
Really?
feeling about that.
Mm,
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
like Hunter Renfroe. You know,
Yeah, I could
I
see
don't
that
know.
happening. I mean, let's see, Lorenzo.
just throwing it out there.
Lorenzo?
No. Center field.
Lorenzo Kane.
Yeah, Lorenzo.
Lorenzo
Ex
Kane.
Royal.
Yeah.
Lorenzo. I mean,
Does
him and age, I guess you could.
Does
I could see
Mullins
center
play
field.
right field I think so, right?
Yeah, I think he's pretty versatile. You can play any of those, but yeah,
Yeah.
he plays right field.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could see them picking him up because Lorenzo is going to be pretty old.
Yeah.
After the season.
And then what about Mount? How old is Mountcastle right now?
No
He's
idea.
pretty solid. I think
Probably
like 24.
28.
28? I think
He's old?
I thought he's pretty young.
I think he's been in the minors for a while.
Spelled his name wrong. Oh, I forgot you can't search players up on this.
We'll just
Whatever.
do this.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull out the phone for this
I
one.
think he's like 24, 25. Yeah.
25.
Angels
so
walked
happy
it
middle
off.
ground between
Yeah.
us.
Whoa.
Stassi.
Dodgers
Mr.
have the lead right now.
Marlins.
Dodgers have the lead.
Yes!
Base hit by
Woo! Trey Turner finally got a hit.
I think we're gonna call it here. These guys
Fair
want to
enough.
watch their baseball game.
I have some Dodgers to watch.
Yeah.
So,
I got some Clippers to watch.
Yeah, this guy wants to watch basketball. Don't know what's up with
It's
that.
the play-in. It's a
Spring break is
So,
next week.
we like
I
that.
will be in Colorado. I will actually be at a Rockies game.
that's fire.
Maybe.
I don't know how that is. Maybe.
Depends on if college housing comes out at that exact time, which it might. So
You going anywhere?
maybe
Sick.
we'll do.
We could do a virtual one.
We could
on
maybe do
Zoom.
a virtual podcast. This is paying to set up.
Yeah, we could try
And,
it.
we could try it. Don't know how well
We
it's
could
gonna
do
work.
one on Teams. Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to
Have
go
the
with
school watch
Zoom.
it.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have to
Zoom.
go with Zoom. In all honesty, it's not gonna happen. Like it would. It's
Never say never.
Never say never. The odds of me getting on Zoom in Colorado
Yeah.
to record a podcast
Valid.
in a
Hotel
hotel
Wi-Fi.
room.
Hotel Wi-Fi Zoom meeting.
Yeah, we're going skiing for 4 days, so
Find a
I'm gonna be
Starbucks.
in the mountains. So
Do it while you're on the
If
ski
it works,
lift,
go
and
to
then once you
Starbucks
go
or some
down,
sort.
then you
Starbucks
Actually
Wi-Fi
ski.
probably is the best public Wi-Fi you can find.
or just go underground.
So we'll see you in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whenever
2.
we feel
2
like
or 3.
recording an episode.
When we're in college, and
I
then
think
we'll be
once the season gets going and there's more to talk about than just
Yeah.
one series,
back. Mhm.
The
then-
season's
That's
going.
such a small sample size.
Yeah, you can't judge a team at all.
I'd like to do one recap episode a week and one projections, but like
Updated. Yeah.
updated, just up. I'd like to do it.
We could
I'd
do
like to
every
have
3
one
weeks.
long recording session, and we record the recap, and then power rankings right after power rankings short episode, and then we'll just release the recap that day, and then the power rankings a couple days after, and then we can have 2 episodes a week for the low price of 1.5. I guess.
Right.
We can just record them
That's
at
a
the same
good
time.
plan.
I like that.
We'll see you next week. Maybe we'll do 2 episodes. Maybe we'll do 1. Maybe we'll do none. Goodbye.